You see, the big issue is the way that we look at our problems. They're not really problems. They're just challenges. The problem is in the way we think. The problem is in our thinking. You see, our thinking is obviously linked to our emotions. And once we get the emotions involved, right, we link those up with problematic thinking, then we make the challenges that we encounter in our lives 10 times worse than they actually really are. I came across a story not very long ago how ducks get into an altercation with each other. And what happens is they go at it, right, pretty aggressively, and they snap at each other's necks. But after they're done, they flap their wings a little bit, right, almost like releasing all that adrenaline, right, the hormones just going crazy within them. They release all of that, and then they go their own way. They let it go. What do humans do when we get into an altercation or an argument with someone, right? Kind of like ducks, right? We can snap at each other's necks sometimes too, verbally, physically, right? And then it's done, but it's not really done, huh? We go over and over and over in our minds and we play out what just happened, the situation, right? We talk to our friends about it. We talk to our families about it. And before you know it, you pretty much ruined the entire day, or the week for that matter. Some of us like to play the villain role, others the victim role. I know I've done it. I've been on both sides of that coin. And is this dysfunctional? Yes, this is very dysfunctional. Then why do we do it? Because there's something in us that really likes it. It's the ego. The ego needs to be fed constantly. And it is a lot of the reason why many of us suffer mentally and emotionally, because of the way that we think about the challenges that we encounter in our lives. So what can we do to minimize the perceived suffering in our lives? I think Eckhart Tolle said it best when he said, instead of being your thoughts and emotions, be the awareness behind them. Be the observer. Now, I don't always beat my emotions to the punch, and my partner will tell you that real quick, but when I do, it's because I've recognized the link between my thoughts and my emotions. And then I try to remind myself that the situation is neutral, right? It just is what it is. So instead of making up stories about it or adding more fuel to the fire, I try to just stick to the facts. So for instance, let's say the IRS takes your money, right? And, some people might say things like, why me? What did I do to deserve this? Or I'm a failure, right? That's the problematic thinking. That's the thought process that are tied to our emotions that cause us to suffer. What if we stuck to the facts? Here's the facts. IRS took my money. I now have $15 in my bank account. Now what I could do, because I've recognized the facts, right, is I can start to take on the challenge. I can start coming up with solutions to the challenge. The quicker we do that, the quicker we get past the challenge. The quicker we do that, the faster we grow as human beings. Now, is this easier said than done? Yes, you better believe. But like anything else you want to get good at doing, it takes practice. You want to minimize the perceived suffering in your life? Stick to the facts.